This channel is all about cars that have stories. Today, we're talking about one of the most iconic small cars ever made, the Subaru 360, and its modern reimagining, the 2025 Subaru 360. This isn't just about a car, it's about a piece of history, a leap into the future, and how Subaru has managed to bring something from the past back to life in the most exciting way. Let's take a closer look at why this car was a legend, why it still matters, and what the new version has to offer. Back in 1958, when the original Subaru 360 was introduced, Japan was going through a period of rapid change. The economy was growing, cities were expanding, and more people wanted cars. But there was a big problem. Most cars were too expensive for the average family. Subaru came up with a solution, a car that was affordable, small enough for city streets, and cheap to run. They called it the Subaru 360. It quickly earned the nickname Ladybug because of its round, bug-like shape, and it became one of the first K cars in Japan. K cars were designed to be small, lightweight, and practical, and the 360 was all of that and more. It was a car for the people, and it made driving possible for families who couldn't afford larger vehicles. The original Subaru 360 was simple but effective. It had a lightweight design, a small two-stroke engine, and just enough space for a small family. It wasn't fast, it wasn't fancy, and it definitely wasn't built for luxury. But it had a charm that was impossible to ignore. It gave people freedom, mobility, and a sense of pride. Owning a car like the 360 back then meant you were moving forward, embracing modern life, and taking control of your future. That's why it became such an important part of Japanese car culture. Now, let's fast forward to today. More than 60 years have passed, and Subaru has decided to bring back this legendary little car. But instead of just copying the original design, they've done something much smarter. They've reimagined it for the modern world. The 2025 Subaru 360 is everything the original was, but it's also so much more. It's small, practical, and full of personality, but it's also packed with modern technology, safety features, and a fully electric drivetrain. It's not just a car, it's a bridge between the past and the future. When you see the 2025 Subaru 360 for the first time, you can't help but smile. It has that same rounded, friendly shape that made the original so iconic. The headlights look like big, happy eyes, and the compact size makes it perfect for city streets. But as you look closer, you start to notice all the modern details. The car has LED lighting, smooth aerodynamic curves, and sleek alloy wheels that give it a more futuristic look. It's the perfect mix of old-school charm and modern design. Subaru has done an incredible job of keeping the spirit of the original while making it feel fresh and new. The biggest change, though, is what's under the hood, or rather, what's not under the hood. The original Subaru 360 had a tiny two-stroke engine in the back. It was noisy, slow, and not very efficient by today's standards. The 2025 version has replaced that with an all-electric drivetrain. Subaru has equipped the car with a 30 kilowatt-hour battery, which gives it a range of 150 miles on a single charge. That might not sound like much compared to larger electric cars, but for a car this size, it's perfect. It's designed for city driving and short trips, not long highway journeys, and it does that job brilliantly. The electric motor produces 100 horsepower, which might not seem like a lot, but for a car this small and light, it's more than enough. The 2025 Subaru 360 feels quick, zippy, and responsive, especially in stop-and-go traffic. One of the best things about electric motors is that they deliver instant torque, so when you press the pedal, the car moves right away. That makes it feel lively and fun to drive, even if you're just running errands around town. It's the kind of car that makes you smile every time you get behind the wheel. Inside, the 2025 Subaru 360 is just as impressive. The original car had a very basic interior. No frills, no fancy materials, just the bare essentials. The new version keeps things simple but adds a lot of modern features to make it more comfortable and convenient. The dashboard has a digital display that shows you all the important information, like your speed, battery range, and energy usage. In the center, there's a touchscreen that works with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can connect your phone for navigation, music, and more. The seats are made from sustainable materials, which feel nice and also reflect Subaru's commitment to being environmentally friendly. One thing that might surprise you is how much space there is inside. From the outside, the car looks tiny, but the interior is designed to make the most of every inch. There's enough room for 4 adults, and the clever layout means you don't feel cramped, even if you're taller than average. It's not a car for long road trips, but for daily use around the city, it's more than enough. Safety is another area where the 2025 Subaru 360 stands out. Back in the 1950s, safety features were almost non-existent. The original 360 was light, simple, and didn't offer much protection in a crash. The new version is completely different. It comes with Subaru's EyeSight driver assist technology, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and automatic emergency braking. These features make the car not only safer but also easier to drive, especially in busy traffic. It's a big step forward and shows how far car technology has come in the last 60 years. What makes the 2025 Subaru 360 so special is how it manages to honor the past while embracing the future. It's small, quirky, and full of character, just like the original. But it's also clean, efficient, and packed with modern technology. It's a car that appeals to people who love classic designs but also care about the environment and want something practical for everyday use. It's proof that cars don't have to be big or expensive to make a big impact. So, what do you think? Does the 2025 Subaru 360 live up to the legacy of the original? Would you want to drive one, or do you think some classics are better left in the past? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Your opinion is what makes these stories worth sharing. Thank you for spending time with us today. If you enjoyed this, please like the video, share it with someone who loves cars, and subscribe to the channel. We have so many more stories to share, and we can't wait to bring you along for the ride. See you next time.